The Anglo-Zanzibar War of 1896, widely recognized as the shortest war in history, is a fascinating chapter in the annals of military conflicts. This brief but consequential clash occurred between the British Empire and the Sultanate of Zanzibar, and it all started with the death of Sultan Hamad bin Thuwaini on August 25, 1896. Zanzibar, an island located off the eastern coast of Africa in the Indian Ocean, was a key strategic and economic interest for the British Empire. It had a long history of trade, particularly in spices, ivory, and slaves. The British maintained a significant presence in Zanzibar, primarily to safeguard their interests and maintain political stability in the region. Sultan Hamad bin Thuwaini's sudden death presented a critical political challenge. His successor, Khalid bin Barghash, quickly ascended to the throne, but he was considered unacceptable to the British government. The British had favored a different candidate, Hamoud bin Mohammed, whom they believed would be more compliant with their interests. In response to Khalid's ascent, the British issued an ultimatum, demanding that he step down from the throne within 48 hours and recognize Hamoud as the rightful sultan. Khalid, however, was unwilling to comply with these demands and fortified his palace with a force of around 2,800 men, including well-armed defenders and artillery. The British had prepared for a potential conflict, gathering their forces in the region, which included 3 warships, the HMS Philomel, HMS Sparrow, and HMS Thrush, commanded by Rear Admiral Harry Rawson. These ships were anchored just offshore, ready to respond to any provocation. As the ultimatum's deadline approached on the morning of August 27, 1896, tensions in Zanzibar reached a breaking point. The British were determined to uphold their interests and assert their authority, and Khalid was equally determined to hold on to his position. The confrontation seemed inevitable. At precisely 9 a.m. on that fateful day, Rear Admiral Rawson gave the order to commence hostilities. The British warships opened fire on the Sultan's palace with their heavy naval guns. The intense barrage was overwhelming, and Khalid's defenses crumbled rapidly. The Sultan's palace, along with his artillery, was reduced to ruins within minutes. The Anglo-Zanzibar War had begun, and it would be over almost as soon as it had started. In an astonishingly brief span of just 38 minutes, the conflict had ended. Khalid bin Barghash, unable to withstand the overwhelming firepower of the British naval fleet, hoisted the white flag of surrender, signaling his acceptance of defeat. The war had resulted in minimal British casualties, with just 1 sailor injured, while Khalid's forces suffered greater losses, including casualties and fatalities among his defenders. Following his surrender, Khalid sought refuge in the German consulate, but he was eventually captured and exiled to Seychelles, marking the end of his short-lived reign. The British installed Hamoud bin Mohammed as the new sultan, ensuring their continued influence in Zanzibar. The Anglo-Zanzibar War of 1896 may have been incredibly brief, lasting a mere 38 minutes, but it left a lasting impact on the history of colonialism in Africa and serves as a testament to the might and determination of the British Empire during the height of its imperial dominance.